obviously, Battlefield is a series that tries to aim for kind of historical accuracy. You know, they do the kind of they do modern stuff. They do World War II stuff. World War I is a really interesting war for them to focus on because that was kind of known as the bridge between kind of old school. They didn't call it old school warfare. It's not school warfare, but old timey cannons and horses warfare and modern machine guns and airplanes warfare.
They didn't call it old timey warfare.
I wrote a history book on these matters.
All right.
But yeah, so basically Battlefield 1 has some kind of weird stuff. They got zeppelins, they got like tear gas and shovels and some funky stuff, but World War I had some really, really weird technology, and I want to see this stuff implemented in Battlefield 1. So here's my wish list for cool gadgets that are historically accurate. I'm not joking, these are real things, and I want them in this video game. I will pay just abominable amounts of money for DLC, and I apologize because that's unprofessional to say. But I want bicycles. I want lots and lots of bicycles. I want everyone on the map to have bicycles, and I want to ride around. The bicycle was this hot new crazy invention when World War I happened, and people were like, this will be the next cavalry. Horses, they go to the bathroom too much, and they're always eating sugar cubes and oats. Let's get bicycles, the man-powered horse. And then they were like, oh, looks like we're doing trench warfare. That probably won't work. So if they'd had BMX bikes, maybe that would have worked.
They could have done sick jumps.
Yeah, they could have done some sick jumps, but they didn't. So then, of course, there was early crazy camouflage. The original ghillie suit, otherwise known as yard waist. These are, I believe, Australian soldiers with a Turkish man who disguised himself as a shrub.
Yeah, he also disguised himself by putting 2 other men next to him, which defeats the whole purpose.
Well, he got caught, so maybe he should have put more leaves on his head. I don't know, but I want that in the game. I want to unlock that cool camo. I think it's great. It's like active camo, but it's natural. Then, of course, the decoy tank. They would make wood and canvas tanks to put out to scare off other people. So I like the idea of just being able to implement, just a spare tank to put on the battlefield so people, the guys in the other team see it and they're like, let's go take out that tank, but it's wood.
Does that say E3 on it?
It does, yeah, that's an E3 exclusive tank.
Oh, right.
Also, I like the idea that you can't just, drag and drop or just put it out. You got to get like your entire squad to carry this thing around with you. I think that'd be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, they didn't have drones. Actually, they did have drones. They were very weird. I don't know how they worked much, but they did also have birds with cameras on them. I think this could be Battlefield 1's version of the drone, the modern drone. Just throw up this bird and make it go take photos, but then you got to take it back to like a dark room and develop the photos.
What? How did that pigeon know how to take pictures?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Wow.
But I think that'd be very slow drone work.
Amazing how that didn't work. What?
This is this is called I think
this is called I have 5 minutes to make a Halloween costume.
Yeah, this is a lot of people's moms made them armor in World War I. From homemade materials. This apparently would deflect a machine gun bullet. This was actual armor that they used. There is some armor in Battlefield 1, but it's too cool looking. I want some stuff that looks like this. I think it looks neat. Then of course, I think this is a good idea. The trumpet enhancer. So when you're trying to bugle up and get your whole squad all revved up, this will make it louder.
That's a traffic cone.
Oh, it's a big one though, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, then of course there's these. Sometimes it's hard to tell if there's a lot of explosions and noises. This was sort of the original.
No, it's never hard to tell.
This was sort of the original 3D surround sound. Like, if you're wearing a good pair of gaming cans, if you can hear like the guys running around behind you. This is sort of the actual real world equivalent of that. They'd put on these funny Mickey Mouse hats, and they would use them to hear where explosions were coming from, so they could figure out where the enemies were hiding.
These are like World War I Astro headsets.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. These are, and they got some gunner glasses there too. These are some real original gamers. This one I like is apparently at nighttime in World War I. Sometimes people would sneak out and they'd cut down trees and they'd put up fake trees instead, and then they'd hide in the trees. So you could hide in a fake tree.
Why?
So you could so they couldn't see you.
He looks lost. So is he just walking around with tree feet?
I don't know, but I want more disguises like plants in the game, and also I think we need more feminine products. Those were major inventions that came out of World War I.
What's that?
Those sanitary napkins.
Oh, I thought you put that whole box there.
What?
Don't worry.
Anyway, so the sanitary napkins, it could be great for stopping up bullet wounds. And just, if you get shot with a musket or if a tank runs over you, you can go heal. I think medics should be equipped with these, and they could throw them out for the whole squad to go grab and pick them up. Battlefield 1.